Hello, today we are going to do this gamepad from Nintendo NES, and I'm going to give you in the description of the video the assets that we are going to work with. So it's going to be this image. It's just a simple image from the website in Google. It's just here one link that I got. It's from Amazon, but I just search in just Google. I just put Nintendo NES gamepad, and it took me to have one image of this. So of course I don't have the rights from this image. I just want to clarify, but it's the asset that we need because it's the gamepad in front to do this exercise here. We have the similar font of Nintendo. I cannot say that this is the original one, but it's useful for this exercise. So here you can download, and here as well this one I found useful for the rest of the typography that we find in the gamepad. So it's the RBN03.1 font. You download it here, download free for personal use only. So it's the main purpose. And then once you have the assets, very simple with the fonts, you just put right click, and for Windows it will say extract here. I will just simply put double click here because I'm using Mac, and then you will see that I have one font ready to install. That is the one that is for Nintendo. Is called Pretendo, okay? And the RB, I'm just going to simplify the term for this font. I will just call it RB for now. And here you're going to have all the family font that is very useful in the future if you want to use it. With Mac, I just put double click and it will take me this new window to install the fonts. I will not do it because I already installed it, but you have to do it in Windows. Is just right click and install. So once you have it, then let's start with. Then from my window here with the assets, I'm just going to click and drag the image. I'm just going to import in this way. Once I have it in this layer, I'm going to put double click to this layer, and then I can put just template and I can choose the opacity. Before that, I'm just going to take the colors that I see from the gamepad so I can have a simple palette of colors. So I'm going to just put many squares in this way. So I'm just going to click and drag with Shift and Alt. I leave the click and I make many copies with Command D many times. Then for this one, I will just grab the eyedropper and I will choose this one first. It is the main color that I have. I will choose now this one. Then for this round, I will use the same gray for now. And this one is another one. This one, I will leave it for the color of the buttons. Maybe more darker, maybe in this way. And this one, the color red that we see, I'm going to grab it from here. Okay, so I have it. And then this one, I will finally lock this layer. This one, I will not move it anywhere. I can just click the eyedropper and grab the color. So I will put here double click. I will put here just template. Okay, once I lock it, I will put in this option template. I will put okay with that opacity percentage is fine. I will put another layer. In this layer, I'm going to work. First, I'm going to put one rectangle. So I will simulate the first face of this gamepad. I'm not going to do the back because I'm going to use at the end a 3D option to extrude this flat face of the gamepad. So avoid these two details. We are going to focus only on the face. Now I'm going to put this gray that we are going to use for the face, this face, and then I would choose Shift X to swap the colors. And from these options, I will make it rounded in this way. So for now, it's fine. Even I will make it a little bit more bigger. Oh, well, it's fine in this way because actually the photo is not precisely that we see only the face of the gamepad. It has some rotation because, well, it's a photograph. So we are going to focus only in that way. We are going to use that logic. Now I'm going to make this part of the shape here. So I'm going to make Command C, Command F. I'm going to resize with, for now with Alt, at least in this way. So I can just grab this height for this part of the shape, and then I can just refine it this way. And then after that we are going to refine it this way, I'm just going to click the two shapes that I just made, and I'm going to just make horizontal align center, so these two shapes are centered. Then this one, it will be with this color, but I'm going to put Shift X, so it's going to be just first the stroke, and at the end, of course, I'm going to swap the colors into just fill. But for now, I'm using just a stroke because I need to see what is happening behind. Then I'm going to put another, for now I think it's better just to use rectangles because we can adjust manually exactly the rounded. Okay, now that I have this first shape, I'm going to make it rounded. So I'm just going to have some proportion that is there. I'm going to try to simulate, even if you see a little bit of pixels outside, it's totally fine. Just avoid it right now because of course it's not precisely perfect for the behind, for the quality of the image. I'm just going to click and drag to the bottom in this way. Click and drag, I press Alt, I leave the click, and I can just adjust the height of this shape. Click and drag, I press Alt to make a copy, and I can make that. And this one as well, click and drag, Alt, leave the click, it's going to be there. So then we can use the Pathfinder to cut this extra part of the shape that we have here, or so I can just put divide and then I can ungroup, but I'm going to use something simple. I'm going to use the shape builder, is here. The shortcut is just Shift M, and I can just press Alt to delete, and I can press one click here. So that shape is deleted and this one is separately. Then it's going to be the same for this one and this part of the gamepad. So we can make a cut here, Shift M, Alt, one click here. That's all. Grab the selection tool and we can continue working on it. On this. So this one I think is gonna be better to have the same proportion, I mean from the left and the right. So I'm just going to bring it down and I can just adjust the height here of the shape. Even I'm going to put not that much rounded for now. So I will leave it in that way so we can have the same proportion, okay, with these parts at the end of these buttons. So, well, not buttons, but the design of the gamepad. So now I can proceed to make just simple buttons there. I'm not going to focus into make some shadows and some deep depth for the surfaces because this design is just flat. Okay, so I'm going to just make it, it's more rounded, so I will make it more rounded. Probably a little bit more smaller because at the end it's I'm going to leave it in that way, then here as well. So I make this one even. Okay, what I'm going to do in order to align with this shape that is behind is that I'm going to grab these two buttons. I'm going to press Command G, and then I'm going to select this one with Shift, this shape, and then don't press anything. One click here again without Shift. So you are going to have a key object that is this one that is behind. So even you see your align finally it has a key. Now we can have a better distribution for and align better these buttons. I'm going to choose this one, horizontal align, will distribute center. So now this aligns precisely to the center here, even if It moves a little bit and it's fine with the image, but you see here we have an extra space, but I want to have the same spaces here, here, and here. So that's why I chose that option, and this is distribute. It has a better distribution for now. Then I can proceed to continue the other buttons that I have here. So it's this one that is there. And then I'm going to press the selection tool. I'm going to have less rounded of the edges here. I'm going to press L so I can have a circle. Then I can proceed to do the same. So I'm going to click this one and this one with shift, and then don't press shift. And I'm going to click this one again. And then I'm going to make horizontal and vertical line center. So it's there. So this one I can copy again here with Alt. So it's there. It's fine. And then I'm going to proceed to do the these buttons here so it can move on my character. So I'm going to proceed for the first one that is on the outside. So I'm going to make the one rectangle in this way. I'm going to copy it. So it's going to be Command C, Command F. And then I'm going to proceed to unit this shape. You can use the pathfinder and you can press just here unit. And then I can press the direct selection tool so I can make it a little bit more rounded. So maybe not that much. Or let me see a design exactly. So yeah, it's not rounded in this place. So what I'm going to do is that before I unit, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to press direct selection tool and I'm going to make it rounded. So in this way, before we unit, this part is not going to be rounded because it's not with the design. So I'm going to leave it less, probably in that way. It's fine. Then I can proceed to unit this shape again. So in this way. Now I want to make the one in the center. So for you, maybe it's going to be that we just make a Command C, Command F, and we scale, right? But if you see, it's not the same proportion, right? So if you want to have the same proportion, grab this shape, go to Object, Path, and let's choose Offset Path, and just here reduce the offset to minus, put Preview, and as you see, I can have the shape that I want to complete this part of the gamepad. I will just leave it. I put -6, but it's up to you. So if it's, I'm working with a flat design, so I'm not going to do these parts. You can do it if you want. For now, I think it's, I'm going to leave it in this way. So these parts now I can swap the color, but before that, yeah, I think it's better to put first the typography. So I'm just going to put one click, and then I'm going to put Nintendo. And then I will make it big with shift, okay? So I can maintain the same proportion. Here, I'm going to put all the classes, and I use the Pretendo, so it's similar. And then for the select and start, the most similar that I found, and it works for me, is this one, the RBNO3.1. If you find another one, let me know. That would be really, really nice that you share. So I'm going to put select, the word select, and the word start. So I can leave it in this way. So this one I can, so it's gonna be fine right now. This one I will make another copy because I want the clip of the register mark. And so for that, I'm going to open my clip panel. Here in window, where is it? The type clips. Then I have the register symbol here. I can just put You can just select, like if I'm going to type, double click, and I will have the register symbol. I can just put here below. This one, I don't want to use this one anymore, so I will just leave it there, minimize. Oh, for this one, now, for this one, I will make a copy here below, Alt. So this one I have the original font, and this one I'm going to convert as shape. So I'm going to put type, create outline. So now it's a shape, it's not type anymore. So I can easily handle this one and just resize as I want. I will put here this one maybe a little bit to the left. This one and this one, I will choose the color with the eyedropper eye, this color red. Then this one, select and start, it will be the same. I will make a copy, Alt, I will put the color red, and then I will put type, create outlines. For me it works this one, okay, so I can put this way. You can change as well the kerning and like so. I'm going to leave it that way. For me, I like it, so I'm going to put this one B for now. Even if it's extra bold, let's choose something medium. Probably it's going to work here. Yeah, it's going to work in this way. So I'm going to make it a little bit more small with Shift and Alt. Remember, press always Shift when you're going to resize something, so we can maintain the same proportion. I just make a copy here. I will put just the letter A. But if you see, it's not it's not the same style. So let me just find which one can be. So I found from the website this font. So I think it's similar. We can use to complete the gamepad. I'm going to download it, and I'm going to put the link, of course, in the description. And I'm going to proceed to install it. So it's this one from this zip. Double click. I will just put double click. It's this one. Double click. Install font. And this is the most similar that I can use right now. So I can go back to Illustrator. Then I can put one click here with the type font. I'm going to put A. And I'm going to put the one that I found. Just going to put all classes. It's this one. Kimberly. At least for now, it's the most similar that I could find. I'm going to put this one B. So I think it can work. And in the same color of the other fonts that we have there. So I'm going to complete it. Why not? Because I was thinking that maybe it could be too much, but I think it's good if we continue adding more details and all of that. I will just put this one as well to the middle here. Then this one, then it's going to be more darker at the end. I'm going to make just one of these arrows, so I'm going to press M to have the rectangle tool. I'm going to make this one the first on top. Then we'll leave it in this way for now. Then Command C, Command F, I will leave it on top. I will make it big. Then I will grab these two shapes. I'm going to align. Then I'm going to grab the pen tool. I will add one anchor here in this middle. Delete these ones as well. So we have the first arrow. I can grab the two. I can put unit. So we have the first one. And then I can just, to have the same rotation, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put some guidelines, Command R. With this circle, I'm going to put the guidelines here in this middle. So technically I have the center of all these. Okay, that's why I put first the circle there. So it's this center. So we can put exactly in the center. So we can put again the guideline. Unlock guides. I can delete this one. So I'm going to put the center for this rectangles that we did. So it's here one center, and then I'm going to select the shape again, and here is another intersection for the center, and I can just put the circle there. This one I can just put a little bit up. So and now thanks to these anchors I can decide that it's here exactly resting in the middle for this intersection. I'm going to grab the rotate tool, and then this pivot point I'm going to click and drag and put in this intersection. I'm going to press Alt and then one click here, another click here in the intersect. Then it's going to tell me to rotate right. So I'm going to say rotate 45 degrees. No, probably 90, right? Yes, 90, but I'm going to make a copy. And then again, Command D, Command D. So I have there the arrows, right? So I think we have pretty much all of the design of the gamepad. So I'm just going to proceed to put right click, hide guides. This one, Shift X. So I'm going to just swap the colors that I have here. So just here as well, you can just swap. So I'm going to grab this one, swap the color here. Okay, so we have pretty much, okay, so far the first phase of the gamepad. Then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make a copy here. So I'm going to proceed to do it in the 3D. And then to do that, this shape, I'm going to make a copy. So I'm going to make a copy here with Alt. This one is the one that we are going to extrude with the 3D effect. This one I'm going to press Command G for now, and then I'm going to open my panel of symbols. So I'm going to press Window, Symbols, and then this shape, all these shapes, okay, from the face, I'm going to click and drag here to my symbols panel. I'm going to put Gamepad, Movie Clip, yes, Dynamic Symbol, okay. Then this one, I'm going to put Effect, 3D, Extrude and Bevel, Preview. Then I can put more extrude depth. Probably in this way is fine, just experiment. Then I'm going to put Map Art, and then it's going to select the first face of this gamepad. So I can put, for example, the gamepad, and it's going to perfectly fit there because we just took the shape behind to make the 3D, and just put OK. And then if you don't want kind of this gradient, just simply change here, no shading. And I will put, for example, OK for now. And I can make another artboard. So you can have as well this part. This one, I just make a copy of the artboard. I deleted this one. So if you want to colorize, for not to make confused where is the edge of the face, you have to expand this object. So I can put objects per appearance. And then with the Shift M, I can just, yeah, you can unit with the Shift M, but if not, you can just simply grab this one as well, and you can colorize for to be more darker or in another color. For example, this one can be as well this one. This part can be this one, but it's gonna be, let's imagine, a little bit more dark. Why not? So for example, in this way. And then here as well, this little part with the eye, it's going to be in this way, can be. So that is if you wanted more flat colors. If not, for example, let's grab this one that it has still the 3D effect. I can just copy with Alt, and I can put here in appearance to have the options of the 3D. Don't go here, okay? Because if not, you're going to apply again the effect. Just go to appearance, select the 3D, then put preview. I can put the plastic shading. Yeah, why not? Okay. And then, for example, I can just resize this one. And now that I create a copy of this one, very simple, I can change as well the position. If I just click once, I can go to the appearance to modify again the 3D, the 3D effect. And I can put preview, and here I can just modify the rotation as you want, so you can have many. So remember, once you expand it, it's not 3D and you cannot modify the rotation anymore, but if you have it just with the 3D effect, you can continue modifying as you want the rotation, etc. And yes, it's how it looks like. I hope you like it. In the next tutorial, I'm going to make this same gamepad, but in the isometric view. So don't miss that tutorial. See you.